वेलकम बैक टू शौर्य। और आज मैं फिजिक्स फॉर आईआईटी एंड नीट में आपको पढ़ाने वाला हूँ चार्ज एंड चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। तो सबसे पहले बात करते हैं चार्ज की। चार्ज क्या होता है? चार्ज किसी भी सब्सटेंस की एक फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी होती है, फंडामेंटल प्रॉपर्टी होती है, जिससे कि वो पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस या ऑब्जेक्ट इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स को या तो एक्सपीरियंस कर सकती है या उनको प्रोड्यूस कर सकती है। सो इन शॉर्ट, चार्जेस the fundamental quantity, charge is fundamental property. Okay, fundamental property of a substance, okay, due to which it either experiences or produces electric and magnetic effects. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट से मतलब है कि अगर हम एक कोई चार्ज है, कोई सब्सटेंस है जो चार्ज है, उसके पास और दूसरा कोई चार्ज लेकर आएंगे सिमिलर टाइप का, तो वो रिपल्शन फील करेगा, और अपोजिट टाइप का चार्ज लेकर आते हैं तो वो अट्रैक्शन फील करेगा। दिस इज इलेक्ट्रिक एक्सपीरियंसेस, इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्सेस एक्सपीरियंस। एंड नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट मैग्नेटिक फोर्स or magnetic effects. So it means whenever charge moves, then it creates magnetic field around it. That is possible due to whatever fundamental property that is called charge. Okay, so now we talk about basically unit of charge. It is denoted by small q or capital Q. Now we will talk about unit of charge. So charge has a unit of coulomb in SI unit system. In SI unit system it has a unit of coulomb. If we see in CGS unit system, okay, in CGS unit system it has a unit of stat coulomb. Okay, we have stat coulomb, or in short we will write like this. Okay, basically this unit is also called ESU. Okay, electrostatic unit of charge. ESU stands for electrostatic unit of charge. और जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि चार्ज इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है या एक्सपीरियंस कर सकता है, और मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट भी। तो इसके मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट को बताने के लिए हमारे पास एक यूनिट होती है जिसको बोलते हैं हम EMU. ओके, so that is called electromagnetic unit of charge. Electromagnetic unit of charge. So electromagnetic unit of charge is called basically EMU. Okay, so EMU is also called as Abbe Coulomb. Okay, this is also called Abbe Coulomb. And what is the relation in all these? What is the relation between Coulomb, stat Coulomb and Abbe Coulomb? The relation is 1 Coulomb will equal to 3 into 10 की power 9 of stat Coulomb. Okay, and it will be equal to 1 upon 10th of Abbe Coulomb. Okay, so basically this is the relation between the units of charge. So it is very simple. Now you would have understood what is the units of charge in different unit system and what are its ESU, it means electrostatic unit, and EMU, electromagnetic unit. Now we come to some more properties of charge. Okay, so some fundamental property of charge is number first, charge is associated with mass. Okay, charge is associated with mass. Okay, when we say that charge has transferred from one body to another, then it means clearly that we are transferring either electrons or some other charge particle. Okay, basically the meaning of charge transfer is by electrons, but it is not necessary that only in terms of electrons the charge transfer will take place. The charge transfer may take place in other kind of particles also, but fundamentally we talk about charge transfer in terms of electrons. So what important point here is, whenever electrons will be removed from any body, then it will be charged, and when electrons will be removed, then positively the body will acquire positive charge in terms of equivalent electrons. Okay, when electrons are removed, then a quantity of material particle has been removed, so there will be a decrease in mass of that substance or particular object. So we say that, let's say we have an object which is electrically neutral, it means it does not have any charge. So we will have, let's say, its mass m. Okay, now let's say we are just doing this object to be positively charged, making it to be positively charged. Now its mass will be m dash, and m dash will be greater than of m dash will be less than of m. Okay, why it will be less than of m? Because some electron has been removed from it, and that's why it has acquired some positive charge. Another is, if let's say an object has acquired some negative charge. So negative charge means it has acquired some electrons. So let's say its mass is m double dash. So this m double dash will be on acquiring electrons, it will be greater than this m. Okay, this is how charge is associated with mass. It means whenever a body acquires some negative charge, then it is acquiring some electrons, and electrons are material particles, and it has electrons has certain mass value, that's why its mass will increase. And on just acquiring positive charge, electrons are being removed, and that's why the mass will decrease. This is how charge is associated with mass. Now we come about talk about conservation of charge. Basically, charge on any isolated system remains conserved. Okay, charge is conserved. चार्ज इज कंजर्व्ड मीन्स कि अगर कोई हम आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम ले लेते हैं, तो उस पे जो चार्ज हैं वो बेसिकली हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहेंगे, कंजर्व रहेंगे. ओके, नाउ थर्ड थिंग कम्स, basically charge remains, third important point is charge remains invariant when we are talking about its motion. Okay, let's say if charge is moving with certain velocity, then its value will remain unchanged. Okay, this is unlike to the mass. If we are moving a mass with velocity, then its value changes, but charge remains invariant. So the point is, charge remains invariant. Okay, invariant with what? With motion. With motion. अब इस चीज को समझने के लिए आपको मैं कुछ और एग्जाम्पल देता हूं. जैसे कि अगर मान लीजिए मास है, किसी बॉडी का कोई मास है, सब्सटेंस का मास है, और उसको हम किसी वेलोसिटी से मूव कराते हैं, तो उस मास को हम रिलेटिविस्टिक मास बोलते हैं. और बेसिकली वो रिलेटिविस्टिक मास जो होता है वो ओरिजिनल रेस्ट मास से ज्यादा होता है, और उसकी वैल्यू देने के लिए हमारे पास फॉर्मूला होता है m इक्वल्स टू m नॉट upon under root of 1 minus v square upon c square. This is the value of relativistic mass. When rest mass m naught will move with velocity v, then it will be the relativistic mass, and here m will be greater than m naught. But in case of charge, if we are moving charge with any velocity, then charge will remain invariant. It means q will always be q naught. Okay, this you can understand. Okay, these are certain properties. There are other properties of charge also, but those properties are very simple to understand, but here we are talking about some specific properties of charge. This is how you may understand the charge. Now we will talk about charge distribution. Okay, now we will talk about charge distribution. So I am erasing this part. Okay, firstly we would like to consider चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑन अ कंडक्टर. ओके, किसी कंडक्टर पर हम चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. ओके, सो लेट्स से फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चार्ज ऑन ए कंडक्टर. चार्ज ऑन ए कंडक्टर. ओके, जो चार्ज होता है किसी कंडक्टर पे, अगर बेसिकली हमने कंडक्टिंग सरफेस लिया हुआ है तो चार्ज हमेशा कंडक्टिंग सरफेस के सरफेस पर ही लाई करता है. दिस मस्ट बी कीप इन माइंड. चार्ज ऑलवेज रिजाइड, चार्ज ऑलवेज reside at the surface of a conductor, at the surface of a conductor. ओके, अगर हम ये बात को समझते हैं तो इस बात से कंक्लूजन निकलता है. इसका मतलब क्या है? कंक्लूजन क्या निकलता है? लेट से हमने एक हॉलो कंडक्टिंग स्फीयर ले लिया. ओके, लेट से इस तरीके से हमने एक हॉलो कंडक्टिंग स्फीयर ले लिया. ओके, और दूसरा हमने एक कंडक्टिंग स्फीयर ले लिया. सो हॉलो विल बी डिनोटेड बाय लाइक दिस डबल लेयर. ओके, एंड अनदर कंडक्टर वी हैव टेकन विच इज सॉलिड. ओके, अनदर कंडक्टर वी हैव टेकन like solid, and when these two will be given charges, when these two will be given charge, then charge will be distributed in the same manner and it will reside at surface of these two spheres. It means here the charge will, let's say we have given some positive charge. Okay, so the charge will reside on this like, and on this as well it will reside like this. Okay, because it will stay only on surface. Okay, so this is how we can show it. It means this is the surface charge distribution on the conductor. Now what? Let's say if these surfaces are uniform, we can say that these surfaces are uniform, means there is no decrease or increase in the curvature at any point of these conductor. But let's say now the curvature of or the surface is not uniform. So this is basically for only for uniform surfaces, only for uniform surfaces. Okay, let's say now we take a non-uniform conductor. Okay, non-uniform conductor means it has somewhere increase in curvature or it has somewhere decrease in curvature. So we will write for non-uniform surface, more charge will stay, more charge will stay at a point of small curvature. So this has to be, remember, small curvature. It means what? जहां पे किसी कंडक्टर का जो कर्वेचर होता है, रेडियस, वो सबसे कम होगा, वहां पे ज्यादा चार्ज स्टे करता है. Why it is so? It is because the charge density sigma, okay, used to be inversely proportional to R. So where R will be less, there that place at that point sigma is basically surface charge density, that will be more. So if I make two conductors, one is having uniform surface and other is having non-uniform surface. Non-uniform surface means change in basically what? Change in curvature. Then the distribution will be like that I am showing. Okay, so here will be like this. Let's say as we have uniform surface, then this can be taken as uniform surface. And if we have basically surface like this, okay, let's say we have surface like this. So on this surface, if we make this surface isolated, then by this concept, if we have given certain charge, then the maximum charge will stay on this minimum minimum radius point. Okay, so here you can say that here charge is more, and here where the radius is more, the charge will be less. By this concept, we are not going to derive it, but this is the conclusion that we can have. And so the charge basically leak away. Okay, charge basically leaks away from pointed part. क्योंकि चार्ज जो है जिस पॉइंटेड जहाँ पे रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर ज़्यादा होगा वहाँ पर चार्ज कम रहता है, और जहाँ पर रेडियस कम होता है वहाँ पे चार्ज ज़्यादा रहता है. तो हमेशा पॉइंटेड साइड से चार्ज क्या होता है, लीक होता है. बेसिकली इस फिनोमिना को हम कोरोना डिस्चार्ज भी बोल सकते हैं. ओके, कोरोना डिस्चार्ज का आपने एग्जाम्पल देखा होगा कि कई बार जहाँ पर ट्रांसफार्मर के पास में बहुत सारे वायर जॉइंट होते हैं तो वहाँ से स्पार्क्स निकलते रहते हैं. तो स्पार्क क्यों रहते हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ पर जो वायर कटे हुए होते हैं उनमें पॉइंटेड शार्प एंड हो जाते हैं, और वहाँ से जो चार्ज है वो एक हमिंग साउंड के साथ क्या करता है, लीक अवे करता रहता है. And its vice versa is also true. Basically, when we will give some charge, then it will accept charge from here. It will accept charge from here as well. So this is how charge will be distributed on a non-uniform surface. Okay. Now let's talk about more of charge. Okay. Let's say we talk about point charge concept of point charge. Okay, concept of point charge. Okay, देखिए जैसे कि बेसिकली हमने मैकेनिक्स में पढ़ा है कि किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को हम तब पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्ट कंसीडर करते हैं जब ये अपने साइज के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर करती है. कोई ऑब्जेक्ट अपने साइज के कंपैरिजन में अगर बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर करती है तो उसको हम पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्ट कंसीडर करते हैं. इसी तरीके से मान लीजिए कोई हमारे पास बॉडी है जिस पे चार्ज है, अगर वो इनवर्स स्क्वायर फील्ड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड देती है तब हम उस बॉडी को हम पॉइंट चार्ज कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो द कॉन्सेप्ट इज इफ अ बॉडी गिव्स an electric field which follows inverse square law. Okay, then it can be considered as point charge. Okay, this is important concept. So the basic concept is that the electric field of any body of charge must follow basically inverse square rule. Inverse square rule means electric field must be inversely proportional to the distance from that distribution. So if we have a conductor, basically let's say this conductor, if we will see the electric field at very large distance, then the electric field due to this distribution at large distance will follow inverse square rule. So we can consider this as point charge. This is basically the concept of point charge. Due to a conductor at large distance, very large distance, the object will be considered as point charge. Okay, so now we will talk about, this is all about point charge. Now we will talk about charge distribution. Okay, so I am erasing this and now we will talk about charge distribution. तो कुछ बातें आपको चार्ज के बारे में डेफिनेटली नहीं पता चली होंगी. ओके, सो अभी मेरे रूम में लाइट जा चुकी है, तो अभी आई थिंक ये पार्ट कवर करना पॉसिबल नहीं होगा, अदरवाइज तो वीडियो की जो क्वालिटी है वो खराब हो जाएगी. सो वी विल in the next video we will cover definitely the charge distribution part. And so sorry for inconvenience because light थोड़ी सी low हो गई है मेरे रूम में, but nevertheless in the next video we will continue charge distribution also. Keep on studying like this, keep your preparation well. Thank you so much, have a nice day, take care.